Okay, so this will be my first video on this quote-unquote series of pretty much. It's not a series because I don't have a name for it. If I did have a name for it, it'd be a series. But I'm gonna be picking a new player every video, and I'm gonna be going over, how good I think they can be in the NBA, where their place is right now, and what they can really improve on. I mean, obviously I'm no NBA analyst, but I just think it's fun to talk about it. So I just think maybe some people would like to listen to it. First topic will be Deandre Ayton. So if this kind of thing is something you would like, please subscribe. And like the video so more people could see it. Okay, so Deandre Ayton, man. I'm recording this video the day after he had the game-winning dunk, or yeah, quote-unquote dunk. It's crazy. I actually did not know that rule where if you're inbounding the ball, you can literally just offensive interference it and it'll go in. Or not necessarily, but like dunk it while it's over the basket. And dude, this guy, oh my goodness, I forget his stat line for the game. It was like probably 24 points and 12 rebounds or something. He had 12 points in the first quarter just because people really thought the Clippers would win just because of how they've exploited other centers like Gobert and Porzingis. Ayton is so much, I'm not going to say better than Gobert. He might be right now. he might be, but definitely matchup wise, he's just such a better matchup than Gobert and Porzingis, because I think Porzingis can punish you by attacking smaller guys, but the way that their coach, like Rick Carlisle, was like, okay, everything's about Luka. I don't think Porzingis is ever getting any post-ups, and Gobert doesn't really have the offensive talent to abuse small ball five for the Clippers. But Ayton is that guy who can really, he's kind of just the perfect center. I mean, no, he's not a perfect center, but I would say right now he's a very winning set. The Suns team is just a winning team in general. I mean, like you have, there are players better than Jay Crowder and Mikal Bridges, but the way that they play their role is just so good. Ayton plays his role so well because he's a good rim protector. He's not too fast on his feet, but he's definitely faster than a lot of centers, or maybe not a lot, but at least like half the centers in the league. He can abuse, size mismatches. He's great at setting screens and finishing lobs, and that's really what you want from winning centers right now. The only real weakness that I see in his game right now is obviously the fact that he can't shoot the three. He's not really stretching the floor at all, but his mid-range game is so good right now. He has a nice post fade. I haven't seen too many go in, but he'll definitely take the post fades. He has a game that can really develop well. You take a player let's say Clint Capella. Clint Capella, he's not shooting mid-ranges right now. I don't think he ever will because he's never really shown that. But Ayton has shown signs from college, from his rookie season. He wasn't shooting it too well rookie season, but right now his mid-range is strong. I don't think centers like Ayton, they don't need a three-pointer, but he could definitely develop it. So I'm gonna go ahead and say where I think he ranks right now. Now he is so tricky, especially because I don't want to say any recency bias with the playoffs, but the playoffs is the thing that actually matters. And if the Suns win it all, then I don't understand what is stopping Deandre Ayton from being a top 4 center. If not, I'll say a top 4, because 3, with Karl-Anthony Towns, Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid. I think Ayton even being healthy all season, every season so far. Has Ayton really been injured? Besides, he was suspended for 25 games. I know that, but if he's never injured, that makes you kind of better than Joel Embiid. Obviously, one center. Joel Embiid's better at basketball than Nikola Jokic, or not Jokic, Deandre Ayton. But wouldn't you rather have a center who is worse, but not by that much, but plays every single night, than someone who's just injury prone every night? Someone who just plays their roles so well. They most of the time do not really have off nights, offensively. If you give me the Suns team and you say, hey, do you want Joel Embiid? And this is the beginning of the season. Do you want Joel Embiid and Deandre Ayton? I might just go Ayton just because of how Ayton plays his role and the fact that I know he's probably going to be healthy. While that is a very big question mark for Joel Embiid. Just even though he was playing these playoffs, he was pretty injured. I won't say he's all the way, because he was still dropping 30, 35 a game. His defense was very much slowed down. He was Clint Capella probably averaged at least 15 points per game that series just because of lobs. Joel Embiid was not playing those, but I don't know. I just think Ayton plays his role so well, and as long as he just gets better at I guess everything, but a little bit better at everything, there's nothing stopping a GM saying, hey, if I already have a solidified pick and roll guard like a Devin Booker, a Trae Young, Donovan Mitchell, I want Deandre Ayton. He fits perfectly with any pick and roll guard in the NBA. Where do I see him in the future of the NBA? I think that he is almost a guaranteed at least 3 or 4 All-Star appearances, if I'm being honest. Do I think he'll ever be in that top tier? I don't know, because the center positions is one of the few positions where all of the top, like 4 or 5 centers or whatever, they're relatively young. Actually, I'd say 5 or 6. I mean, you have, Cat. I'm pretty sure he's like 26. Embiid's like 26. Jokic is like 26. I maybe somewhere 27, 28. I don't know, but I'm just gonna say 26. Bam's like 22. Gobert's like 26, 27. Yeah, just like all the centers are relatively young, but not like really young. So I think that even when Ayton's in his prime, the other centers in the league that are the best right now are going to be kind of, in their prime. Maybe it's ending a little bit, but like, and then also you have centers coming up like Wiseman. You got Chet. What's his name coming next year? We got Evan Mobley in this year's draft. It's really hard to say where he's going to rank, like in terms of who's the best center or whatever. But fit wise, if you want to win a basketball game, you're going to pick Deandre Ayton at least in the top 4 or 3 every single year. The only real thing that is holding me back of saying that Ayton will be like the best center in the league in a couple years or the second best center, it's just the fact that like I don't believe that he'll be too much of a go-to scorer. Like he's attacking these Clippers because they're playing small ball. Unless Zubac is even Zubac, he is actually attacking Zubac with post hooks and drop steps and stuff. But DeAndre Ayton, like, is he doing this stuff in the regular season where he's just attacking the big? He's doing post fades when it's not close to the shot clock being out. Is he really a number 1 or 2 scoring option? Because what we saw on the Lakers series, Ayton was putting up a bunch of points, but he wasn't like. Those weren't points where he was really intentionally trying to score. It was kind of like you're playing off of Devin Booker, lob to Ayton. AD is over here, or AD's playing bad defense, then we're going to give it to Ayton because he's wide open in the paint. I don't know why that kept happening when AD was in the game, but whatever. I just think when you're not a go-to scorer like a Jokic, a Cat, or an Embiid, it's really hard to put you up there. Ayton can be that guy, but I really see him thriving the most when he is just in a role playing. He's like Klay Thompson, I think, where he's a role player, but just so good at it that you have to put him top, whatever in the league at his position 2, 3, 4, whatever. But that's gonna be it for the video. If you enjoyed, I'm gonna be doing more of these videos. I'll probably be doing a Hawks versus Bucks preview later today though, and then after that I'll just continue the series. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, like the video so it gets to more people. Subscribe because you don't want to miss another video, and comment anything, video ideas, just saying hi, whatever, and see you.